Good morning. First of all, I'll go through the regular routine and ask everyone to silence your cell phones and make sure that they're not disturbing their proceedings as we go forward. Uh, First of all, I'm Kenneth Williams, City Manager of Beaumont and also Chief Negotiator for us today. I'd like everyone to introduce themselves as we go. The negotiators team can negotiate ourselves. I'm sorry, introduce ourselves, and then we'll go over the agenda right quick. But first, I'd like to read a small statement. And it's thank you for gathering here today for this important negotiation between the City of Beaumont and Firefighters Union Local 399. We stand at a critical juncture where the decisions we make together will not only shape the future of our firefighters, but also impact the safety and well-being of the community we all serve. The City of Beaumont values its firefighters, recognizing their unwavering dedication, bravery, and the vital role they play in protecting our residents and responding to emergencies. This negotiation is an opportunity for us to engage in a collaborative dialogue that honors their commitment while addressing the evolving needs of our city. We come to this table with a spirit of partnership. Our goal is to reach a mutually beneficial agreement that ensures our firefighters are well supported and can perform their duties effectively, while also being mindful of the city's budgetary constraints and long-term sustainability. My wish is for us to engage in these discussions with respect and a shared commitment and focus on the safety and prosperity of Beaumont. Together, we can create a contract that reflects our mutual respect and shared objectives. Thank you. And I'll just ask our staff to introduce themselves, and then we'll go there.
Sherry Reed, City Attorney.
And I'm Kelly Albin. I'm with the law firm Denton Navarro.
I'm Jeff Neeson, President of the Beaumont Professional Firefighters, and I want to start by saying thank you for all of us to get here today to the table. We're really optimistic and glad to be here, and we hope that we can come to a mutual agreement.
I'm Cody Hendon. I'm the Vice President of our union.
There, yes, test. I'm Joe Tejas, Chief Negotiator. I'm the representative for the International Association of Firefighters. I'm the district field rep. I'm based out of El Paso, but I service our members in Texas as well as Oklahoma.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks to everyone for being here today. Look forward to this, having some meaningful discussion. A bit of an agenda we'd like to go over, if it's acceptable to you, is adoption of the ground rules first, and look at that. Then a presentation by the union or any discussion we'd like to have at that point. And then look at scheduling the next meeting, come up with some dates for the next possible meeting, and then we can go from there. So adoption of the ground rules, if it's acceptable to you, we'll go over that first and go from there.
Yes, sir.
If you've had a chance to look over those, are there any changes, any proposed things to discuss with the ground rules?
I just had questions on a couple of the items. Under negotiation sessions, number 4, all costs associated with negotiating shall be shared equally between the parties. I mean, we have costs on our end, but they're absorbed by our association as members. I don't understand what that means. Are we going to split the cost and put a dollar amount on each session, or?
No, so it's explained in the section that the city's paying for the court reporter. If the union wants to request a transcript, they'll do it at their cost.
Okay.
Any other outside costs, that's in. So if there's any costs that are associated with the session that are assessed to the city outside of that, then they will share it equally. As of right now, there are none. But if we had to, for whatever reason, a city facility wasn't available on the requested date, if we needed to outsource any of the manpower right now, the recording, it's being live streamed and that's being done in-house. But if we had to do it out-house, that cost would be shared.
Okay, because we're not anticipating any cost on our end, and I guess there's no cost anticipated on your end unless something special is required. Is that pretty much what it means?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I had a question on, let me see. Under, yeah, same section, negotiation sessions. Number, no. Number 12.
Should be distributing, not disturbing. I caught it. On section 7, it says disturbing, it should be distributing.
Does that mean we're exchanging proposals, or are these things going to be done out away from the table, or do we exchange proposal when we're here?
So this is the first day of negotiations, so the union was presenting their proposal today, so that wouldn't apply. But for any future, if there's going to be like a major change, then obviously that would be presented prior.
Okay,
But we can change whatever you want to change.
I just wondering what that meant. I mean, does that mean you're going to give us our proposals 7 days before we meet, or we're exchanging proposals when we're at the table?
So, for example, if we schedule a next meeting and there's a counter proposal being proposed by the city, then you'll get that change within 7 days of the meeting.
Oh, okay, so we'll be pre-exchanging proposals or counters before the meetings.
Yes,
Okay,
unless you say otherwise.
I would rather just have everything done here at the table. I mean, this is where it happens. And we're under the Open Meetings Act, so, for a little more transparency, I would believe it'd be,
Well, any exchange material is subject to the Open Meetings Act.
excuse me?
I said any material.
Yes, ma'am. No,
Open Meetings Act.
that's,
So you want me to take out which part? Shall exchange materials at the meeting?
I guess we can add, if there are any substantive changes or something out of the norm that we're gonna look at.
I can take it out. I can just remove that first sentence. That's fine. And it'll say this is
Sure.
negotiation for each party.
Yeah, that would be good. That works for me. Guys, you good with that? All right. Number 12, striking the first sentence. On contract document, section number 20. Are we gonna create a document, or is there a document already created, or?
There's an existing contract.
Okay,
So if you prefer to start a new document, or
No,
if
no.
you want to work from the existing.
Yes.
that's completely up.
I don't have I have, I think, a PDF copy of it. Is a Word document gonna become available, or?
Sure, they should have a Word copy, but I can produce one for you.
You just, okay, all right, thank you. That's all the questions I had. You have any other questions? No? Those were the only questions I had.
So I want to just
Else is-
add that we'll just do contrasting colors if we're going to be working from multiple documents so that we can know what changes are being made by what party.
Okay, so there'll be a master document, so to speak, and then we'll have a working document, and we'll have the changes in red,
Okay, I'll add that.
or
that we'll
however you want to make.
I'll just add that we'll maintain a master copy with contrasting colors for each party. Does that
Okay,
work?
that sounds good.
Do we know what color each party's gonna, it doesn't matter who goes first?
Whoever goes first, we'll just
Okay.
say contrasting
Red
colors.
is fine. Something we can see, nothing in invisible ink.
Speak for yourself, Joe.
What's that?
Say, speak for yourself.
Speaking for myself. that?
We get, let's see, yeah. Is there anything else?
That was all.
Anything on our part? We're good on
We're
the
good, we're good.
ground rules?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll get that copy, edited, cleaned up, and we'll either present it to you before or during the meeting. You can get it today? Okay, we'll get it to you today.
Sure.
Okay, we're just, we're. Okay. Go ahead and go into the communication. We want to talk about the communication plan too, which is also a part of this same document.
Let me pull that up here.
Much of it is.
Yeah, I saw the same language in there.
Okay, are you okay with that?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, if we're all clear on the adoption of the ground rules, we have a presentation by the union and discussion.
Yes. Mr. Williams, is there anything in the communication plan you'd like to point out, or it speaks for itself?
Okay, getting a request for these bargaining team members. We need the name of those people as far as the members and alternates to add to the document.
Okay, you want me to prepare that, I guess, on the break, or you just want it on a piece of paper? Or?
I can type it in now because I think it's you for
Okay,
union, and then we can just go from there.
okay.
Or if you just want to, if you want to handwrite them in, that's fine too.
Well, for the union, I'm the chief negotiator.
I'm saying, do you want me to type it in or you want to handwrite it in?
No, you can type it in if you'd like.
No, it's fine.
I would appreciate it.
Okay, I can do that.
I don't want to be like this.
Is it Joseph or Joe?
My official name is Joseph,
Okay.
middle initial A, last name Tellez, Tellez. And you're calling me chief negotiator? I've never been a chief before.
You said it was Tellez,
Easy, yes, ma'am.
and middle initial was Z, A.
Yes,
sorry.
ma'am.
Okay. Is there an alternate for the union?
Not at the moment. Yes, alternate chief negotiator.
No.
No,
Just an alternate member, because I'm putting Cody Hendon and Jeff Neeson down as members.
Our alternate will be Brian Hebert.
Okay.
is there one alternate or two?
One, two. It's two alternates.
Yeah. It's two alternates.
They don't have to. Do you have another alternate?
I don't, no, I don't. Not, sure, not at this time.
Jeff, is it okay if I just say Jeff and not Jeffrey? Okay. Okay. Take a recess, I'll get it typed up.
Okay,
Excuse me, Mr. Williams.
Uh-huh.
Sorry about that. I got a volunteer from the crowd to be our
Okay.
second alternate. It will be Michael Croker.
okay. Thanks for volunteering. Yeah.
Can you spell Croker, just so I make? I'm probably gonna ask you to do it again, hold on. Croaker. Got it. You wanna go off the record so I can finish typing it in?
If it pleases everyone, I'd like to have a recess so we can correct the document and get it ready there for signatures. And we'll come back in 10 minutes or 15. How much you need?
I just need 5 minutes. 10
We'll,
minutes is
we'll give 10 minutes. We'll be back at 9:26 according to this clock.
Okay, and just out of curiosity, recesses don't count as quorums, correct? So we can do recesses and then have official quorums? Because I know there's only 2 quorums allowed in the ground rules, which is fine.
Yes, so this one's just a break to get the document done. It's not an official break.
And if we need a recess while we're doing negotiations, that would be fine, right? Either side can call for one. Okay, great.
point that we share information?
Yes. It's ready. I was told I'm not loud enough, but it's ready. It's coming off the printer, so Stephanie will come in and we'll do the official signatures and we'll move forward.
Okay, there she is. Asking you shall receive. One of those sheets.
Just one signature line.
Okay, now we'll reconvene, and we'll turn it over to the union for your presentation. I don't know if you have anything for the screen or your discussion. We'll go from here. You can have it, Joe.
Discussion, we're gonna hand out a packet instead of going one by one.
Okay.
We do.
So, okay.
She would need it.
Okay. Excuse me?
Yeah, we're waiting on the email so we can
No,
display it
I
on the
understand.
screen.
Yeah. I didn't want to start talking till it got done.
Cody, did you send it, or are you in the process of sending it? It's okay. Okay. Is it coming from you or inside the city or outside? Okay. Might take longer. I have them, but they're in different links. So if you tell me which one you want to start with first. That's not how they came in the email. That's what
Oh,
I'm
no,
saying.
sorry. Duration of the agreement.
Okay.
We'll start simply. And all I did was take the existing contract language and change the dates. The second paragraph is existing language as well. So we're proposing a 4-year
Just give me 1 second.
term. Excuse me? Yes. The next one's gonna be vacations and holidays. And we're proposing to add Juneteenth as a holiday. The rest is existing language in the contract. The only change is the addition of Juneteenth.
Can we go back really quick on duration?
Sure.
Okay, this doesn't have, the other change, in addition to the new 4-year, is this takes out the evergreen period. Were y'all intending to do that?
No, it wasn't. My intent was just to change the dates. I may have missed it.
It should be 2029.
2029?
I didn't catch that.
Okay, sorry. So it'll be 2029, okay. Thank you for that. We ready to move? Okay. Next will be education pay. And we're adding an associate's degree to the education pay plan of $150 a month. And with this proposal, it may affect Article 7, it affects Article 17, so there may be renumbering when we finally finish. We can take care of that at the end if we need to renumber or add something. Ready? Next one. Cert pay, yes. On this proposal, we're proposing to add paramedic certification of $500 per month and advanced EMT E2, E3 to be paid at $350 per month.
What was the second one, Joe?
Second one would be the AEMT
AMT.
/E2/E3. The first paragraph is existing language. No changes there.
Okay. That's for 350?
Yes, sir. It's $500 for the paramedic certification and $350 per month for the advanced EMT E2, E3. Our next proposal is ambulance assignment pay of $50 per shift. And that's a new article. Entry-level hiring, we're proposing to go back to the procedures in Texas Local Government Code 143. And our final proposal for today would be the wage proposal of 7% effective upon execution, 5% in 2025, 7% in 2026, and 5% in 2027.
So is this 4 or 5 years?
It's a 4-year agreement.
Okay, but I thought you changed it to 29 at the beginning.
That's the evergreen, if it goes.
Oh,
in
with
a
the
year.
evergreen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, gotcha.
And that concludes our presentation of proposals for today. Are there any questions? Do we need a caucus?
Yeah. Okay, we have some questions first, and then we might want to reserve the right to caucus. So I'm going to yield to these legal. Ask a couple of questions of you. here.
Oh, okay.
So in clarification for the ambulance pay, is that in addition to like, or could that be added to incentive pay, or does it have to be a separate article?
It doesn't have to be a separate article. I mean, I'd say we can do that in the final draft. We can wordsmith or clean up or whatever we need to do.
And then finally, on On the certification pay, is that including credentialing or through the department or just straight what they have through the state?
Can you clarify that? Mr.
That would include the credentialing. So the advanced EMT is what it is. The E2, E3, that's the credentialing that's required.
That's what I was asking.
Right, okay.
So are you opposed to any language that would specifically say the credentialing as opposed to specifically E2, E3?
You mean adding in
Yes, so-
specifically credentialing instead of it being lumped together as a certification?
Yes.
I don't think we have a problem with that. No.
No, we don't have a problem.
And lastly, were you aware that your addendum did not include a pay scale for your assistant chiefs? Are you opposed to adding that?
To try to get some clarification on that, I thought that his pay was decided on the city, and that's why it was removed from the addendum.
So in the contract, it specifically state that he's to be included in the addendum, but he's not. And so I'm asking if you're opposed to making that adjustment.
Would that mean that his pay was going to be negotiated by the local 399?
So his pay is set by the fire chief per the contract, but he's entitled to all, y'all negotiate on his behalf, so whatever increases that you receive, he receives.
Again, so that means that we negotiate for his pay?
For the assistant chief,
Yes.
so his starting salary is set by the fire chief per the contract, but anything outside of any entitled benefits per your existing agreement is negotiated by the union.
Could we reserve that, our answer for that until we say we're going to caucus in just a few minutes, that you guys were going to request a caucus?
Yeah, so what I'm asking, so just for clarity, are we caucusing on the idea of keeping him off the addendum or making that adjustment? Because that would require additional contract changes.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna negotiate against that. We just want to discuss with each other.
Okay, so I'll just make a note.
Whenever you guys take a caucus, just so we all fully understand.
Okay, I'll just make a
I'm
note.
still slightly confused, but we'll
It may
work
be
that out.
it may be an oversight on our part.
Yeah,
Right.
Yes.
so if you go to the contract, like on the wage table, specifically in the addendum on the wage table, he's not listed. But if you go where it says like, I think it's wages, and I've read this too many times.
Yes.
You say it's under wages.
I believe so. Did you get there before me?
It's on page 16 of our
Yeah.
contract.
You got,
Oh, I thought you were looking for it.
yeah, I was. You got there before me. Okay, yeah. So it just says the city shall set wages for the position of the assistant chief, but he's still included in, he's still a civil servant. So I'm just asking if we want him to be a part of the wage table.
Right. But this is my question. If the fire chief sets his wages, once we set this contract, does that mean his wages, the fire chief can't come back and change his wages again? Once the fire chief sets his wages from this point forward, all of his raises are considered negotiable under our contract?
Yes, he's a member of the union.
Okay, so after this, the fire chief would not be able to set his wages anymore after we sign this agreement?
So his base salary is set by the city, and any contractual changes post then are negotiable by the union.
Okay,
So all we're looking at is
he
with the
does.
contract language, the fire chief sets the base pay, and
Well,
any benefits will fall under the collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah, but I'm specifically asking if there's any pushback on making sure he's listed in the wage table, because currently he's not.
No,
Exactly.
but yeah, we're not opposed to adding him to the wage table.
Okay.
For Article 27, the request to return to just the default 143?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there something specific in the current hiring practices that's made y'all make this proposal? What's driving this to go back to 143?
Go ahead, Jeff.
So we're proposing that we go back to following the state statute of Chapter 143. There is an article in this contract that allows the city to hire how they want, but we've been suggesting over the last 3 years that we need a hiring change to fully staff the department. That's part of our concerns here today with getting a good contract for our firefighters to become more attractive to firefighters coming in from outside the city and from within the city. So we're proposing that change to help the city to better staff the department.
And is there any particular obstruction to that you're seeing in the current hiring practices?
Nothing other than the fact that we have not been able to attract applicants to the city, which is what's kept us as far as short-staffed as we have been.
And are there comparable cities that default to 143 that you think have more successful hiring practices as a result?
Yes, ma'am. We sent a list to council just recently that we could provide to the city. I believe we even sent it to the city manager as well, of multiple departments across the state of Texas that have just gone back to this hiring practice. And they've been hugely successful in filling those positions.
I don't recall getting that, so could you send me that
Yes.
again?
We'll make sure you get that, sir.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, I just have one additional question. Are the wages the only additional compensation that you'll be seeking? Are you not going to ask for pension contributions, or will that?
Yeah, at this time, we're not asking for any more pension increases. So just what you have in your proposal right now. We've made some suggestions on a hiring proposal that's separate from that in the past. We don't plan to discuss that really anymore today, other than asking for that change. So at this time, we don't have any proposals for pension contribution increases.
Thank you.
Okay, that's all of our questions. If we'll give us a time to caucus and have a discussion, and we'll, do we want to,
Sure.
can we get the list now that you had mentioned about the cities?
Sure, we'll have that for you.
Okay.
Just, you can send it.
Send it to both of us. Okay, if you give us 15 minutes to caucus, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes. recess, I'm gonna ask, our,
So there's a lot of financial additions to your proposal, so we're going to need some additional time to work with our finance department to calculate what those are, so we can present either a sound counter or acceptance on most of that. And then I think,
Yeah, and similar to my question about the returning to the 143 requirements, I assume y'all have comps that you used on the wages, a list of cities that you used to justify the wages you're proposing. Are you able to provide those as well?
Yes, we can provide those.
Okay.
and then lastly, is there a decision made on the addition of the assistant chief in the wage table?
Yes, we don't have any issues with that.
There's no issue with that.
Okay. Okay, then I guess the next thing is to pick a date.
if there are no other issues, we'd like to look at scheduling on the next meeting, and resume this conversation, this discussion.
Okay.
We are possibly looking at October 16th or 17th.
Both of those days are bad for me. How about the following week? I'm clear all week. 21st, the week of the 21st. We'll talk about it right now.
How does October 23rd look?
Works for me.
Okay,
Yes. Okay.
okay. Well, that works for us. Now, if something changes drastically, let's communicate it as soon as possible.
And that's a Wednesday, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And as of right now, we're working to make sure that we have this room available.
Okay.
But I'll let you know if that changes. I think it was. That was one of the dates that it was available, so.
We lucked out.
So we're looking to make, that was kind of one of the things, we're looking to make sure we can always stay in this room for cost purposes.
Yes, ma'am.
9 a.m. as well, right?
Unless you tell me a different time.
I don't know if it matters. There's a pension board, y'all's pension board meets at 9 that day. It might not matter.
No, sir. I don't think
Okay.
it matters. I mean, that's a separate entity. So
Okay.
we got this going on. And if the 23rd's available, let's take it.
Yeah, October 23rd.
Yes, sir.
I guess there's a question as to whether or not we want to agree on the record today, what the impasse date would be, so that there's no confusion. So today started the official date of negotiations.
Correct.
I believe there's at least one holiday that we won't count.
Is that Columbus Day?
There's Veterans
Oh,
Day.
sorry, it's not Columbus Day anymore.
Yeah, it's Indigenous
Holidays.
People Day.
Yes.
And Veterans Day.
Yes. Hold on. Indigenous Peoples' Day and Veterans Day. So those
There
are
you
two
go.
holidays.
It's been brought to my attention as a possible conflict from the 23rd. This is the 24th, but
I mean, is there an issue just keeping the what's in the statute, and if we need to modify, we can? I mean, I think that'd be less complicated.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we all agree on what the 61st day is.
Did you want to subtract those two holidays, or?
I think we just count like
Okay,
normal. And
that's fine.
yeah, we wouldn't normally
That's
subtract.
fine. I
those.
mean, we've got extension periods we can do and if we need to.
Is there a conflict with starting after lunch on the 23rd? So we'll start at 1.
1, okay. We may be a little sleepier. The 1 to 3.
Okay, so October the 23rd at 1 PM.
Yes, sir.
That's the next meeting.
Okay,
And I think December the 9th would be the impasse deadline.
okay.
Is there anything else? Joe, anyone?
No, we owe you the comps on wages, correct?
Comps on wages
then
and
the-
comps on the entry-level changes.
Okay, so those two, we'll get those over to you. Anything else that you need from our side, just to clarify?
If there is, can I
Sure.
talk with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I'll get you my information right now, sir.
great. And likewise,
All right,
I'll give you mine. Mhm.
sounds good.
Well, if there's nothing else, this stands adjourned until we meet again on October the 23rd. Thank you.